Good evening everybody, it's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's had a great day so far. Just before we get into this video, make sure that you're smashing the like button. As always, it really does help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe if you are brand new to the channel. I've been saying it for so long. I really want to hit 3,000 subscribers as soon as possible. The algorithm and the views and everything for me hasn't been great of late. So if you could share it with as many people as you can to help get more eyes onto the channel, that would be amazing. Hit the notification bell so that you're always aware of when I'm uploading. And of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Obviously, I did get back from the game last night quite late on. And I've been at work today, so I've not had a chance to share my thoughts on last night's game with you guys. But yeah, obviously Leeds United beating Swansea by 3-1. Really annoyed with myself actually. I was speaking with a lad at work yesterday before the game, and he was asking me what I thought was going to happen. I predicted 3-1 and I predicted the goal scorers to be Boro, Dan James and Rutter, and I didn't put the bet on. I bet that could have won me quite a few quid. But, oh well, it is what it is. It's one of them things, isn't it? But yeah, look, just to start off with, it was a result that was needed, wasn't it, people? You know, especially after the disappointing result at Rotherham on Friday night, which obviously kind of turned into a positive after Ipswich got beat by West Brom. Last night, obviously, all the teams kind of in and around us played as well. Ipswich, unfortunately, won against Millwall. They beat them 3-1. Leicester drew with Sheff Wednesday, which was an unbelievable result for Wednesday. I thought Leicester were going to proper go to town on them. And obviously Southampton beat Bristol City. Sunderland getting beat by Huddersfield as well. That was a weird result. But anyway, obviously it means now that it's just as things were. Leeds are still 7 points behind Ipswich going into the game against Middlesbrough on Saturday. I think Ipswich have got Coventry at the weekend, so you know, I would predict an Ipswich winning that one, unfortunately. But look, on to last night's game. I thought it was a very, very good performance for the majority. I do have to be a little bit critical, guys. I know we've won the game, but I have to come on and give my honest opinion. I did think the first half was quite poor in spells. I thought Swansea were dictating possession quite a lot in that first half. That, yeah, you could argue they didn't do anything with it, which they didn't. But yeah, I thought Ethan Ampadu was getting outrun in midfield. He wasn't winning the second balls. He wasn't winning his tackles. His passing was off. They just seemed to be cutting through us at will in the midfield area at points. You know, there was points where they were just spraying passes through the middle and it looked like nobody was there. It was quite bizarre, really. Crazy first 5 minutes of the game. Obviously, Leeds, we thought we took the lead through Dan James within about 30 seconds, which was ruled out for offside, which I've obviously seen since. And yeah, that was the right decision. But obviously, whilst we're coming to grips with the fact that the goal was offside, Swansea take the free kick quickly. Fair play to them. Within about 2 or 3 passes, the ball's lobbed over. And it is Pascal Struijk who is at fault for the goal, in my opinion. I've seen a few people blaming Meslier, but what else could Meslier do? He was obviously going to come out a little bit to try and prevent that, even though he couldn't in the end. But Struijk heads the ball back poorly, and Patterson for Swansea just runs onto it and lobs Meslier to make it 1-0. And that all happened within about a minute and a half of the game, which was crazy. But I did say as soon as it went in, I said the only good thing about this is that it's happened early, and we've got plenty of time. Little did I know that we would equalise within about 2 minutes through Yoel Perreault, who scored against his former club. Most of the goals that he scored for Leeds this season have been like a similar position of the pitch where he like opens his body up and slots it home. It was a very good finish after Crescencio Somerville played him through. Another assist for Cree, who I thought was excellent on the night. And then obviously after that is where the game did get a bit scrappy, where Swansea were having hold of the ball. And I must admit, guys, I thought we looked shaky at the back. We were trying to play out from the back. and it wasn't working at times. It was getting a bit frustrating. The crowd was a bit flat last night as well. I don't know if it was because it was cold, because it was freezing down there. I don't know if it was just how the game was going. It wasn't the most comfortable in that first half. But then obviously on the stroke of half time we managed to go 2-1 up, and Ethan Ampadu, the best thing he did all half, lovely weighted ball over the top for Jorginho Rutter, who exquisitely brings the ball down with his weaker foot, manages to hold off the Swansea centre-back and just slots it home at the south stand end right in front of me, to make it 2-1 with the Harry Potter celebration for Matthew Lewis. And yeah, look, we went into the break feeling a little bit more happy. I was still a bit critical at half-time. I was speaking to my uncle and he was a bit confused as to where I was coming from with some of the things I was saying, but like I said, guys, I thought we were sloppy in possession in the first half. I thought we looked shaky at the back. But as the half went on, we did get a bit better and we started to control the game a little bit more. But the second half I thought was just pure dominance from Leeds. We didn't give Swansea a minute's breath. We had all the ball and we started to dictate things again. And obviously Dan James makes it 3-1 on the 61st minute. Lovely tackle from Sam Byram, hard but fair tackle from Byram, and then he gives the ball to Rutter, who then plays in Dan James. It's a very good hard finish into the roof of the net to make it 3-1, and from there it was pretty much comfortable, guys, I must admit. Just want to shout out the Swansea fans, fair play to it looked about 600-700 of them, if that made the trip down on a Wednesday evening from Wales. Fair enough. But it did get a little bit weird in the away end towards the end. Obviously, Yannick Bolasie comes on. I didn't even know he'd signed for them. Apparently, he'd signed for him a few days ago on a free. And they just didn't stop chanting his name for about 10-15 minutes. It was quite bizarre. He didn't really do anything. He touched the ball that I can remember about 2 or 3 times maybe. Every time he touched the ball, they were cheering as if, he did one little flick at one point and they acted like they'd won the league. It was quite bizarre, really. I don't know if they were doing it just as a piss take because they knew they'd lost the game, or just something to celebrate because they'd travelled all that way. God knows. But it was really bizarre that last 10 minutes. I couldn't get the chant out of my head, Yannick Bolasie. It was just that for about 10 minutes. And I couldn't get it out of my head when I was going to sleep last night. It was weird. But anyway. But yeah, look, like I said at the beginning, a much needed win going into Saturday. Obviously, I'll be doing a preview for the game against Middlesbrough tomorrow night. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. But yeah, it's a very much needed win. I think Saturday will be a massive test. I think Middlesbrough, they started the season off poorly. But they've really come into their own last few games. They beat Preston 4-0 the other night. They're coming into it in good form. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Obviously, I don't think Sam Greenwood can play. But again, that's a game that I do expect us to win. But I can't see us losing the game. But I just think it'll be a very evenly matched game. But obviously, like I said, I'll go into that in more detail tomorrow night. So as I said, make sure that you tune in for that. But yeah, guys, I just thought I'd come on and just share my thoughts on last night's game. Hit me up in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me regarding the first half? Which was your favourite goal? Obviously, mine was Jorginho Rutter's. And, overall, how are you feeling going into Saturday as well? I'm always interested to hear your guys' thoughts, so make sure you drop a comment in. And on your way out as well, guys, if you wouldn't mind smashing the like button, that would be very much appreciated. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new, and of course hit the notification bell. And I'll see you tomorrow night for the preview for the Middlesbrough game. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow. Cheers!